What's up, guys? Today we have a deck profile from Tub. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a active personality on the Yu-Gi-Oh Twitch scene, and yeah, he's just always hanging out. And he recently topped, I believe, his first YCS ever with Ignisers. A deck that he was actually the person that got me to Ignisers in the first place, guys. If you didn't know, so it's really really cool to see him do really really well. Topped his first YCS ever, and guys, this deck profile is gonna be sick. He's also gonna be doing a face reveal, so dun 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 dun. Okay, so I'm really excited for that. But anyways, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna introduce you guys to Tub right here, right now. All right, bro. You ready, bro? The face
Okay.
reveal.
Yeah, for like the Farfagor people and that.
Oh,
Hello, everyone. This is me.
yo, let's go.
But that's about it.
Tub,
And
Pog.
and now, okay. That was embarrassing. But now, we go for the
People
profile.
happy. Hey.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
it's
Okay.
not the best like way to put it. Yeah, I know. Like this is
Oh,
really hard for me. I remember on the tech check for like the YCS. The Konami people were laughing at me because it was so hard for me to set it up, like the camera and point, you
yeah.
know. Okay. Let's
Okay.
go to the deck.
Yeah. Let's go through the
Um,
deck profile. You can just do it like you're doing regular, cause I already flipped it for us, so you're good. Okay.
okay, okay. So I'm going to start with the starters.
Yep.
I played 3 Picari, of course, mandatory. Like
Yep.
I would say the most important card of the deck. Like I would say this one is better than a Chichi. It just ties everything together.
Yeah.
And yeah, then 3 Chichi, of course. Also a starter, very good. Um, both of these cards end with like a 4K arrival on board and follow up and a
Yep.
negation, which is really well. It's like fine, but like with the hand traps that you play and other things, it's like a lot better.
Yep.
Um, I play 2 Doyon.
Nice.
This one gets cards back from the graveyard. Um, it's also very good. It's for your combo. It's like the one that this one is like the one that goes the most plus because it's a +1 on summon and a +1 when you use it as a link material for a Cyberse.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm playing. Most people play one. Some people play two, but I have a reason why I'm playing two that I will explain later. That Joan will know. Like I have to say that on this list, a lot of things could go wrong, and a lot of them did go wrong. But it worked. I'm happy with how I get. Now the one-offs.
Okay.
Doshin. Okay, so
Doshin.
first thing, I like Gachiri more. Even if you play only one of them, I think playing one Gachiri is fine.
Mhm.
Every time I drew it, I wish it was like Gachiri probably, but it was fine. It did its job. I didn't have the other cards because I have Ignister since they were released on Ignition Assault.
Yep.
But Gachiri was from like another set.
Mm.
So I thought I had it, but I didn't. Bururu really important for the combo. It's a tuner. Uh, one You would think that it's not that important, but it really like helps a lot,
Yeah.
and it really puts in work. Dan Mari, well, this is like pretty much the reason why the deck is playable because you end on a negation with your usual combo. Because if not, like it would be really easy to out like an arrival. Like every deck has like an access code or a borrel, and this can get rid of those. I mean, it's not really that easy, but like it's really important.
Mhm.
The deck wouldn't be good without it. Um, Now for the spells, um,
Yep.
I start with three island on terraforming.
Mm.
Super important. Like a lot of people don't play Terra. I wouldn't know why. Like every time you draw island, you feel like you're so safe because you are not
Yeah.
losing to your link one getting ash or something.
Exactly.
Um, exactly. And I think terraforming overperforms. Is it like weak into like droll? Yeah, of course. But I think it's super worth it. Like everything on this deck is weak to droll. So
Mhm.
but yeah, it's very important because at least you're only losing to like one droll and not like one ash. Um, I'm playing one contact. So like with so many field spells, like you are like opening one of them like a lot of games, and sometimes like the excess of them, uh, can be really like cloggy because you don't do anything with them.
Yeah.
And contact lets them be like both of grid, and that's like amazing. I don't think I need to explain that. Um, a lot of people are against this card. I always thought like it was like at least funny, but it's competitively correct. I'm fairly sure.
Yeah. Wait, yo, didn't you draw like 3 field spells in your top 16 or top 8 match?
Oh, in my top 8 match,
Oh, top
yeah,
8, yeah.
I drew like I drew like 3 islands. Yeah, it was really sad.
Jesus.
And then someone in chat was
No.
like, "Wait, why are you playing 3 islands? It's searchable. This is so wrong." And I was like, "No."
Yo,
People are just
Twitch chatters, bro.
yeah. Three. I meet you. This
Yep.
gets to the starters. One meet you alone is not like as good as like a Chichi or Picari, but one meet you alone is like 4K arrival and like with the negation because you are supposed to put reborn on face down. Um, so like Yubururu sends Danmari for the negation, or you can just go for a 3K arrival with the negation and follow up if you would
Mhm.
rather do that.
Yep.
But I would say 4K is really important. 3K just loses to way too much. Um, 3 reborn. Just most people don't play 3. I
Yep.
know this. Now I'm going to explain why. Well, this card is really good. The graveyard effect is super underrated. Like it won me like my top 16 match against Virtual World. Like my opponent asked, "Do you have something that does something on the graveyard?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I explained it to him, and I don't think he heard me. But then he attacked, and I had no names, so I banished it with like an island on hand to add back mid you, and that's how I just won from there. Like,
Nice.
and I think that's like the reason why I did so well with this deck is because people didn't know how to play around it. Like a lot of
Mhm.
people were using hand taps wrong and played into my cards like for no reason, like Pegasus or like Reborn,
Mega
even a
sus.
cheat. Okay, so this is where I would put silent mining if I had silent mining. And it's really awful. Like the silent mining is mandatory, and when I say mandatory, I mean it, like
Yeah.
super mandatory. But I didn't have them. I had a friend who was going to borrow me silent minings. Shout outs to Waldo. But like 2 days before the event, he told me he was going to play Sala, so he was going to use them. And I didn't have like time. I went to locals, and there were no silent minings,
No.
sadly. And yeah, so I played the whole event with 9 starters, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is unplayable. What am I going to do?"
Yeah.
Uh, so
But you did
first things
fine.
yeah, I upped the counts of like Idol Reborn, and I upped the counts of Doyon.
Yep.
Um, but I think 9 starters did well. I have played Madolche since 2015, so
Yeah.
like I would know. Well, it wasn't like that like on the first years. You get me.
Yeah.
The hand traps here, Triage Blossom,
Mhm.
the standard, uh, 3 Bell, 3
Mhm.
Veiler,
Yep.
um, yeah, standard, good into Tri Brigade mostly. Like those are like the ones that hit the more things at the time, or so I thought. Here, other of the things that went wrong did go wrong. When I was making the deck to submit it to the YCS,
Yeah.
I put 2 Nibiru, and I didn't realize.
You don't what?
I I thought it was 3.
Oh, really? What the?
Yeah, and I was on the V, and then I like looked at the deck on the deck.
Yo, that's insane, bro. How? How?
Yeah, so um
Wait, so you put in
the
2 nibs, and then wait, how many? So you have 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Veiler, 2 nibs. Okay, but it was supposed to
yeah,
be 3. But you still wait. How
yeah,
many? Okay, how many cards is in your main deck?
it's 40.
Oh, it's 40. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was 40, so I was like, oh, everything is correct here, but it
Oh,
wasn't.
that's why. I see. I see. I see. I see.
Yeah, and
Thank you, Tombox.
more things went wrong.
Yep.
Uh, okay, here are like the staples. I
Mhm.
played one Call by the Grave, like you
Mhm.
need it, like it stops you losing from like one draw, or like sometimes your weak hands lose to one Ash. And if not, if you don't use it against a hand trap, it's like a trap for your opponent. Insane against Tri Brigade and such.
Yep.
One of my opponents actually like called by the grave my ass and then asked me on when on my turn and that was funny. So I thought I would mention that too. Three Cosmic Cyclone. Mm,
Nice.
my deck was a bit empty with no Silence Minings, as you would imagine. So I thought it was good. Like it was good into Striker. I was really scared of mine, and this overperformed because
Yeah.
during my rounds I played against two True Draco.
Oh
So
snap.
yeah, so two buys and one Mindborn and one
Yeah.
Striker. Like
Yeah.
this Cosmic overperformed. Like
Mhm.
this Cosmic was a fucking pot of greed for me.
Yeah. That's
Um,
wow.
Solemn Strike.
Best card of the deck, right?
Um,
This card's crazy. I remember you
yeah,
were telling me.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, this card is insane. Like, it just won me so many games, and
Yeah.
I think this was like the main replacement of Signet.
Mhm.
Um, so I just put it in, and like, it won me games that Signet would have not won me.
Yeah.
Um, no, yeah, it was really good. Like, uh,
Nice.
I guess the Drytron it was insane. I use it on like a Vorrel too. Like, no, it did perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that
So like
card.
at least not having signets made me like play the deck differently in a way
Yeah.
eh, that
Bro,
did
I
help, I think.
I couldn't find my third Roxy's, bro. I think if this is any constellation for like people wanting to like do wild events, bro, just don't find the card you're looking for. Just-
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it.
yeah.
Um okay. So
Yep.
here my extra deck. I
Sure.
start with the link ones.
Okay.
Um two infant.
Mhm.
Uh I think three is fine for the people that want to play it. I think I would rather play three infant rather than two infant and one Linguribo.
Mhm.
Um, it's really good. It gives you the field spell. It allows you to do like 6k arrival plays, like against Drytron or Try. It's really good.
Mhm.
Um, it's for follow up is insane when you end up with like on the end phase Reborn summon Doyon, and then
Mhm.
you can Doyon to get back the Reborn, and also like chain block it with a Infant to add the field spell, and then you can like Picari for contact, and
Yeah.
that's like the most epic follow up play that you have.
yeah. Yeah. Doyon's
Yeah,
honestly like I always tell people this. I'm like, yo, Doyon's probably my favorite one. Like he's just like really good at getting you back like advantage. Like I like those separate cards that are like
exactly.
super grindy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think the most like epic follow-up play that it has is just Ribbon on the end phase, summon Doyon, get back Picari, next turn, Doyon into Infant, add Field Spell, add Ribbon, and then summon Picari, add Contact, and you shouldn't lose from there, realistically.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
Lingurivo, this was stronger than I would have thought, especially because I play against two True Draco. Um,
yeah.
which was really funny because uh I don't know, like sometimes people don't use floodgates like on like the normal summon, and that's
Yeah.
like weird.
Mhm.
So like one of them I summoned like um a starter, and my opponent didn't flip Tikaboo, and then like I made Lingurivo, and then and then it worked, and it was like, why didn't you like why? What's the
Why?
point?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to like agree, like South American YCS is a bit different, to
Yeah.
say the least. Uh, so
okay.
yeah,
I mean, it's also like good randomly into like revolt too. Sometimes they hold the revolt
yeah,
really
yeah,
long, and then you can make Linkerable to like just beat revolt because after you beat through
exactly.
like the Appaloosa, right? So yeah.
Yeah, when I played against Tri Brigade on the YCS, like I had Island on my hand,
hmm
so like he didn't have Apollo, so I just made like Linguribo instead of Infant, and then
Yeah,
I
no,
won from there.
that's just game. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Link Spider, I didn't play like the anti Nibiru combo, but like Link Spider was epic. It
hmm
makes it makes Arrival and Nibiru be like OTK
hmm
because you like pop the Nibiru token and summon your Ignister token to
Yep.
make a spider. And that's exactly AK when you cannot get the follow up because you started mid instead of like a starter.
Yep.
Um, the Link 2s, Wicked, really good. Part of the combo makes you have Bururu in rotation, which helps
hmm
you to deal like with spell traps. It also makes the combo better because you end on one more disruption that people
Yeah.
just like forget about Pegasus like a lot of times.
Yep.
Uh, really good into prank kills.
Yeah.
Forces your opponent to like destroy two Ignisters. Um,
Yeah. It's really
didn't
hard
really
to
come up.
out. So
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
out.
I guess prank kills is really good because you can just like make access code under the wicked like really
Yeah.
easily.
Yep.
So yeah, to a splash mage, probably one of the most insane cyber scars there is.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's just incredibly good. You can summon Doyon to get back the effect. And yeah, and then link on from there into a jammer. Allows
Mhm.
you to close games very easily.
Yep.
Uses less resources.
Yep.
Forces disruptions into the access code so then you can continue playing.
Yep.
Really good. Helps you out Abramax if you have like a rival and then this because a rival
Oh.
doesn't lose damage, doesn't lose
Yeah.
attack
Yep.
because it's unaffected. That's funny. Didn't come out for me because of another card I had. But if you don't have the card, this is like the only way to out the Abramax.
Mhm.
The link trees, Templar, insane for the combo. This card is Soul Charge, allows you to make like if you make this on fort, you can go into battle phase, summon a
Yeah.
thing, and then you can make a rival with priority, which is
Yeah.
incredibly strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a play that cost me the YCS. I didn't. Not the
Yeah.
YCS. The LCS. I didn't top the LCS because of that. Yeah. I was
I
like,
mean, you
damn.
did top it. Yeah, but yeah, it really came out that game. I
Yeah.
was so, no, bug. I was like, you know,
Yeah. So close. That card's
yeah.
insane.
Um, Fire Phoenix, you use it
Yep.
to search a
Mhm.
Chichi with Midyu.
Yep.
Um, the effect didn't really come up during the YCS for me. I know it sometimes it does for like
Yeah.
uh, it came for you for the LCS in one
It
of the
came up for
games.
me.
I
Yeah,
remember.
like the other thing is like a Chi-Chi has like a grave effect too, where like if you attack, I think with Cyber's
Yeah,
monsters, you can blow up your own attacking monster, and so like you don't take
yeah,
damage, and then you trigger the Fire Phoenix to pop a card they control non-targeting. So
yeah,
it's really nice. Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. It's really funny and like the effect. Um,
The burn effect, you mean?
yeah,
Like the one where like it burns
yeah.
you if it battles or
For
something? Yeah.
20, yeah, for 23, that's just like an anime effect, but it's funny. It's
Yeah.
possible for it to come up. It really didn't for the YCS.
Yeah.
If this card is destroyed by battle instead of like card effect, it still gets to revive, which is something you should probably know.
Mhm.
Um, but it doesn't pop if it's destroyed by battle. Transcode, another of the insane Cybers cards, you summons from grave, makes access code untargetable. So like a lot of times, like this with access code underneath is just game and a
Yeah.
really safe game. Um, Light Dragon reviving this is super insane to make like a rival to Nibiru sometimes with a really good hand. It's not easy.
Yep.
But yeah, insane card. I no complaints against it. Um, Also can revive Jammer, and that's really good if you want to do like the uh, a lot of damage. Like I think the normal combo you can do like Templar, revive 3, make Jammer, then make Transcode, revive Jammer, and then make Access Code with Templar and Jammer. And that's two attacks Transcode and two attacks Access Code, non-targeting, and they all gain 502.
Yeah.
And that's I don't remember the exact number, but it's like more than 12,000 damage. It's really
Mhm.
good for like Almirage words, for
Yep.
example.
Yep.
The non-links, when Pegasus like Dragon, this pops spell traps, is a disruption in the grave. This
Mhm.
destroys monsters, works for baiting seals or other
Yeah.
things. The battle effect is super insane. When another cybers inflicts damage, you just revive a link from your grave.
Yeah,
Doesn't have
that
to be a
yeah.
creature.
Yeah, that
Doesn't
effect
have
is crazy.
doesn't have to be like a link 2 or lower. It's insane.
Yeah.
Um,
The cool thing about
there was
Pegasus too is that because you play triple Idol Reborn, like you can continually loop the Pegasus to keep popping back row for the trap deck matchup. So like it's just like actually so strong, and like you just like summon back Pegasus, non-target pop their back row, and like it's just so
yeah,
powerful. Like I mean, that probably made your
yeah.
true Draco matchup like so much easier too when you have
Oh yeah.
cards like Pegasus.
In fact, Pegasus won me because I was under a skill drain and I was really having trouble. And to out
Yeah.
the skill drain, what I did was like summon Pegasus, activate the effect, Then I
and
activated Linguribo on my
Chinkaribo, yeah.
grave.
Yep.
Yeah, to put the Pegasus on my grave, and I had another Ignister because Pegasus needs to destroy up to the number of Ignisters you control.
Yep.
And that's how I outed skill drain, and then I won from there. And I was like really proud of my play. It wasn't that
Yeah.
crazy, but I was happy
No,
with it.
yeah, no, because I think you told me about that play, and like I had a similar way to out skill drain because the way I was like, because you were like, yo, Pack, I outed skill drain with engine cars, and I'm like, oh, you probably did access code banish itself from the field, right? And you're like, nah, something crazier, and I'm like, oh, Stu, Lingaribo contribute
Yeah,
Ignister cars for cost. Yeah,
yeah.
I
It
was
was
like,
really
that's
funny because
insane.
actually I should have done like the access code thing. No, maybe
Yeah,
not because I won with access code, but I
yep,
didn't know. I didn't think about that. I always forget that access code can banish itself.
yeah,
Uh, the arrival, like the key card of the deck, this
yep,
makes your board super hard to break.
mhm,
It's good into like against True Draco, the Striker, they have no outs.
mhm,
6k one is super good into Drytron and Tri Brigade.
yeah,
It's just really good. It's also a pop randomly. Not the
yep,
best pop ever. It's not quick. If the monster leaves the field, you don't get to summon the token. But really good.
mhm,
Of course, like this is like the reason why the deck's playable, and you won't play like I don't know something else, like
yeah,
Prankins or Salad. And
yeah.
finally, like the most important card, I would say,
Oh God, what is
emotionally,
what is this?
emotionally,
What is this?
is
Oh,
Access Code Talker.
yeah,
And this is like really, I have to give a huge, really huge shout outs to WAF,
yeah,
which is a Discord server of friends.
mhm,
And like I didn't have an access code. I cannot like afford an access code
yeah,
realistically. And they just thought I was like nice enough,
yeah.
and they made like a fund between them to buy me an access code.
Oh,
And
that's so wholesome.
they chipped it to me, and like for no reason, and I never like get so I'm not used to people being like so nice to me. It's
Yeah,
just looking at it like makes me happy. It's so the only reason why I played the YCS with Ignister was thanks to this. The only
yeah,
reason why I did this well was thanks to them.
yeah,
Like I learned the game. Also, they also made me learn the game better. Like I could not be more grateful. And everything, if everything went like so well,
yeah,
it's in great reason thanks to them. And I'm really
yeah,
like so happy to have met those people.
yeah. True, bro. Don't make me
Um,
cry, bro. I'm tearing up right now, bro.
no, when I arrived,
Yeah.
it was
Wow, bro.
unbelievable. Like I could not believe that something was
Yeah,
happening to me like that. It's not, you know.
bro.
Um, it was really funny. Last round of Swiss. Um,
I'm literally crying, bro.
last round of Swiss, I was in an Ignister mirror match. He
Yeah.
had like an arrival 6k.
Yep.
I made an arrival using access code. I
That's
mean, I made a access code using arrival as a material, and I was just
8,300 access goal.
it was a fucking anime moment, like
Yeah.
insane.
What the heck? Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much to everyone who participated, even the ones who didn't.
Yeah.
Even Farfa went to help me, and like Farfa, I'm like the most annoying viewer ever, like to him, and
True.
he and he was helping us me as well, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's so
Super
nice,
wholesome. Yeah, super wholesome. Yeah. Shout out to everyone who helped out, man. That's awesome.
yeah. Um, so the side deck,
Yep.
this unironically maybe worse than the no side net thing. Like this is bad, and when I mean bad, I mean bad.
Yo,
Okay,
okay. Let's see it, bro.
there is
Al-
like there is a bit
okay.
of reasoning
Bro,
with
as long as you don't have
this.
random one ups in your side deck, I think you're fine, bro.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diddy Crow, probably like the worst card on the game, in my opinion. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is probably like the worst hand trap I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, no, I just put it in. Um, I was like more hyped about it. Like it seemed better like on the start of the format. Like Striker was like
Yeah.
uh more like thought of. Um, but yeah, didn't do much. Didn't side it that much. Um, three Lancia.
Yep.
The reason why this is because I didn't have impermanence. I don't have
Okay.
infinite impermanence. Um, and Ignister has a really bad virtual war matchup if you go second because Chenshin is really really strong,
Yeah.
and it also has a really bad Tri Brigade matchup by default. Um,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I need a card that's like good into both of those.
Yep.
So I thought Lancia was fine. It did come up. I played against Virtual World. I played against Tri Brigade.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, uh, one tie strike. This is just like
Yeah.
this
Okay.
was
Yeah. Explain to
hmm?
people what that card does, because I don't think
Okay.
no one
Yeah,
knows.
yeah. This card is like uh, during damage step. Uh, while like a monster you control battles and opponent monsters, um, your monster attack becomes the same as your opponent monsters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, and then like when you can banish it to protect the Grinister from being destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And during the battle where this was activated, if your monster gets destroyed, you inflict damage equal to the attack the monster had.
Nice.
Um, okay, so this card I played it for the comedy. Like I really like this card. Like it's just funny. So I was like, I might as well. Like my side was not good already, and I was on 40 cards, and I was like,
Yeah.
might as well.
For the
Um,
comedy, bro. That was the reasoning for the comedy.
it outs Winda, which is a thing.
Yep.
So you can like if you like summon like Picari and they like put Winda with a Schism, you can
Mm-hmm.
add this. I didn't play in Shadow during the YCS though.
Mm-hmm.
You activate it, you beat over the Winda. It's really going to Gnister because you go into battle phase against the arrival with like Picari or something.
Mm-hmm.
Attack, activate this, and it's damage step, so you cannot like Dan Marigate.
Yeah.
So it just out survival.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, it's really good in the mirror
eh,
match. Yeah.
and on the on the mirror on the mirror match, I also
Mm-hmm.
had no, not on the mirror against Salad. Someone made like an Abramax, um, and I outed it with this. It just outs it because you have like player priority,
Yeah.
so you activate it. Abramax is second, gains attack. Then your monster imitates it, banish it, outs the Abramax,
Mm-hmm.
inflicts a lot of damage too. So yeah,
Yep.
this another comedy, Dark Hole.
Yo, okay, to be fair, I actually wanted to side that card. I thought that card was insane. Bro, it kills Appaloosa. It kills like the entire
Yeah,
board. Like yeah, it's Lightning Storm.
that's exactly my reason.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was so scared of like Virtual God and Tri Brigade. Those were like
Yeah.
my worst matchups, and I
Yeah.
didn't have impermanence. So I was like, okay, which card helps me beat over like
Yeah.
the Virtual World and the Tri Brigade? Like
Yeah.
the in hindsight should have been like a Chalice. I think
Yeah,
it was.
Childhood
I think
nice.
Chalice could have been better actually, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about it at the time. Then I was like, so yeah, this
Yeah.
is this
Darko's
is
good.
it did fine. I only sided it like twice during the whole tournament,
Mm-hmm.
but it did what it had to do, and so I'm glad.
Yep.
Normal like spell trap removal.
Yep.
Didn't put more because I had a cyclone on the main.
Yep.
Um, Played against Draco, so this cast went in. Um,
Yeah.
the gold duster to draw it more. I mean, just kidding.
That. Yo, what the hell?
Um,
Oh my
and
god.
here another of the oopsies I had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, didn't find my judgments, so just put warning instead.
Yo, yo, this is insane. Bro, there's no way.
Yeah.
Bro, this list
So
is
I was.
insane.
This list is so awful. Like I think it's like the worst list I've ever seen in my life. They
Yo.
are like judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yo.
don't know how I got to pay it. It's so insane to me. Like I should not have done that well. I played with
Yeah.
9 starters, bad side, bad main.
Yeah.
Um, everything that had to go wrong went wrong, except the games. Those were
Except the games. Yeah.
did go. Yeah.
Bro,
Um,
I'm
really
telling you.
happy with my success.
Yep.
I was, I was like confident. Well, not confident because of the list, but I knew Ignisters was good.
Yeah. Mhm.
After like the mirror match with my Ignister opponent,
Mhm.
he's like, "Oh, can I see your list?" And I'm like, "Oh no, this man is going to hate me." So I show it to him, and he's like, "What?" I
Yeah.
would have reacted the same.
Yeah.
And it was so sad because it was like the last round of Swiss, so like it's
Yeah.
only one of them like went to the next round, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
really
awesome.
funny.
Yeah, this deck
Most of
profile was
the
insane. Probably the best deck
Most of
profile I'm
the
gonna put up on my channel.
yeah, most of
But
the
yeah,
games I just want people not knowing the deck, and that's good.
yeah, yeah. I
So
mean, I
yeah,
think
thank you
I think it
very
was a good
much.
deck. Yeah. Any
No, like
shoutouts?
the deck is
Any
good.
last shoutouts? Or
Of course, like the huge, incredible, huge, hyper, mega, hyper, super big, ultra shoutouts to WAF.
mm-hmm.
Uh, Shoutouts to Farfakor too. I remember like I played the YCS for the participation prizes, unironically, like no
Mm-hmm.
other reason. I did. I went like X2 on day one, and I was like, I'm not going to play day two. And then
Yeah.
Herman and Ray Corva like convinced me of like um keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
So like shout outs to them
Yep.
to play day two, and so I did, and it went well. It went amazing. Shout outs to Codercord, Hypnocord, Backcord. I don't know how you call your Discord though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
shout outs to Konami. So like they took long to send me like the cameras, so they gave me like emergency cameras.
nice.
So I went with like uh, four camera stands instead of the 2-on-2 because of the problems with the Chilean customs.
Yeah.
So they made me go plus. I think I deserved it because they whitewashed me and they also laughed at me when I was like setting up my camera. So I think it's a win-win. I'm really happy with how the event
Pro
went.
4 camera setup.
Yeah, like
Ow.
soon I will stream with those.
Yeah.
Um, okay,
That's awesome.
and that would be it. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Yeah.
This deck profile was weird. Like it was going to like sell first, but
Yeah.
then I was going to give it to like Vlad because he was like part of WAF. Like he was
Yeah.
not doing like Yu-Gi-Oh content.
Yeah.
So then it was to Farfa, who
Yeah.
also wasn't to profile. So he sent it to you, and like
Yeah.
I was like close around. But everything went epic, and I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Bro,
I'm really happy.
congratulations. You got a prize card out of this as well, right? You got top 8 gets a prize
Yeah,
card. Nice.
yeah,
Awesome.
but
Did you get it
it's
already
not.
or not yet?
No,
Okay.
it's not even on its way. It just takes really long with like
Yeah.
alien things. Like the camera arrived last week. The
Oh,
cameras for
okay.
the YCS.
What?
So
Yo, nice camera, bro.
yeah, like the die. I was playing with like my own die, and like I don't know, like if I was not a fair player, I could have just weighed my dice or something. I didn't,
Yeah.
but like so I was playing with my own stuff and an
Yeah.
awful camera too. And the emergency camera that Konami sent me had this other issue where it also made me look super white. Uh,
Man, you-
yeah, and I was
Yo,
like,
wait.
it was awful because like the profile, like the doodle they made of me was also white, and I'm like, no, and everyone was going to think I'm white because the camera made me look really, really
You're
white.
like you're like no, no, I'm not white. I promise. No. Yo, that's
Yeah,
actually hilarious. That's hilarious. But yo,
yeah,
thanks for the profile, man. This was honestly such a sick profile. Congrats again. I mean, this was a huge accomplishment. I mean, so many players. So, yo,
yeah.
congrats,
It
bro.
was my first YCS as well, so pretty
Yeah.
epic.
No, I heard. That's awesome. That's super awesome. So, all right, bro.
Yeah,
Congrats. And yo, guys, I'll make a DB link for you guys in the description box below if you somehow want to play this.
I really don't. I really don't
Yo,
want that.
9 starters is the new wave, guys. Let's normalize 9 starters. But all right. Thanks again,
Yeah.
Tub.